Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on episode 4 Journey of Spurs. These last couple of weeks have been hectic, and let me get into it a little bit here. So I have encountered speed bumps or like roadblocks, I guess you can say. So I kind of set these New Year's resolutions, this being one. You can obviously see I've kind of encountered a speed bump or an obstacle because it's been a little while since I posted a video, but one of the biggest obstacles I think I've kind of encountered so far has been time management, and that is because I am on call. I have a coworker of mine that's been out for a while, and I have been taking a lot of call. And one of my calls ended up in a 32-hour shift of plowing snow, and that has been tough. And along with that is I've been doing home improvements around my house. You cannot see from behind me, even though it looks beautiful back there. A couple of the other walls here, I've been doing a lot of painting and getting ready. Me and Chelsea went to Ashley Furniture, which if you ever go to Ashley Furniture, don't go, just don't go at all, I'd say. And definitely don't go with your significant other, which I can't be too harsh on her. She just wanted this bedroom suit so bad, It's like the dresser, you got like the headboard and the footboard, all that kind of stuff going in. And then, I was like, all right, you didn't let me, but we agreed on the fact that I can have this laptop, I can have these cameras and the microphone and a bunch of other stuff in the studio, I call it, for my podcast. And so I was like, yeah, let's go get you what you want. We'll go out to Ashley Furniture. So, we find this bedroom suit, and it was pretty slick. And then, I liked it. It was all wood grain, dark wood. I like dark wood. Pretty much the same color as that mantle back there. And I was like, yeah, let's get this. And she's like, oh, well, what do you think about, bedside tables or end table, or I don't know what you call them. So we'll just nightstands. There's the word. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if we really need them or not. So I go and I start looking at this nightstand. Now, this nightstand had a charging dock in the back of it to charge your phone, to charge your laptop. Had a power strip on it built into the wood. It was phenomenal. I said, let's get two right now. That being said, I started walking around and I found this couch. That was incredible. Big plushy seats. You can lay back in it. Everything was reclinable. It comes with a love seat and a couch. Both sides reclinable, and a reclinable couch is amazing. Everybody should have a reclinable couch. But not only that, but the end tables that come with this have charging docks built into them. I have 4 charging dock end tables coming. My house is going to be like a freaking Inspector Gadget movie. It's incredible. I love it. So that has been the reason why we started painting, because obviously the furniture we happen to have bought don't really match the colors of the walls inside the living room, and the bedroom neither, but I'm kind of fighting the bedroom because I think it'll work. But so I end up having to paint the living room up. So I've been doing that too. So as you know, my New Year's resolutions, let me get back to that a little bit, is this podcast, my fitness, my diet, just ultimate weight loss. So I want to brag a little bit. Even though there was these speed bumps, I'm still staying consistent. I'm still staying motivated. And that's the biggest thing. When you have these hindrances, or you have these like small bits of failure going on, like I didn't wake up every single day at 4 a.m., but I woke up 5 of the 7 days of last week before 5 a.m. And 2 of the days were workout days that I did not, but I still completed the workouts. Like, you really need to find those little bits of success and pull them out of that failure and just recognize everything that you've done. You really need to praise yourself for all achievements, especially if it's at the same time frame as I'm going. It's new into the new year. You're still on your resolution. You're still facing your goal. Do not recognize your failures. Do not dwell on your failures. Your failures don't matter right now. Your consistency matters. Your focus matters. Staying on this matters. Find your successes, use it to fuel you, and keep going. So that's what I'm trying to do. So like I said, 2 of the days I ended up working out in the evening, but I still worked out, and that's the main thing. I worked out 5 days a week last week. My diet was awful. From staying up late, painting the house and plowing, I just kind of got food in wherever I could. And when you plow, let me tell you what, when you plow, you eat whatever you can. You'll have 6 Slim Jims, 6 Monsters, a couple gas station subs, and a Little Debbie here and there. You just eat whatever you can. So that's been a That's been pretty terrible, especially that last couple of days. That 32 hours of winter wonderland that I had there, just ate like a complete third grader with a sugar high and I don't know. It was just awful. So this coming week, I'm still focused on my workout. I'm still kind of focused on waking up early because I set my goal at 82% of the year I'm going to wake up before 5 a.m. Now you're probably thinking that's a pretty odd percentage of time to set to wake up that early in the year, but it really isn't, because it's actually 300 of the 365 days of the year I want to wake up. So I gave myself 65 free days or past days. So I think 82% will be excellent and very achievable, and that's the goal here really, is to set some things that are achievable and then set some things that are definitely raising the bar a little. So next week, I'm looking forward to staying consistent on the workout, get all 5 days in this week, and I'm actually thinking about getting a 6th day in there because day 3 was a cardio day, and I killed it. I mean, I annihilated it. I gave 150% that day. It was the hardest day I've had working out at the current gym I'm at, and it was phenomenal. So I'm thinking about adding another day in there. I think it's really going to help the weight loss process, just to have that other day, because it was crucial. You can just tell it was a crucial day. So I'm thinking about adding that in, but I want to stay consistent and go 5, maybe 6 days a week on that. But this week's main focus is, is implementing the new diet. So it would be intermittent fasting is what I'm going to do. I love intermittent fasting. If you've never done it, look it up. So what it is I get a window of time. My window is between 11:30 a.m. and I think it's 7:30 p.m. It ends up being 7 hours of being able to eat, and then obviously 17 hours of fasting throughout the day. So in those 7 hours of eating, I can pretty much get my well-balanced meals in a shorter frame of time, and then I fast for the other extended period of time. And I've done this in the past, and it's made me feel excellent. It's really boosted my energy, and it also increased my mood and made me just feel better. So we all can use a little boost in mood. So as soon as I started looking into this, thinking about what I wanted to do, I immediately jumped on intermittent fasting. I just like to make it a lifestyle change in that aspect. It's the best diet. I've been on a lot of different diets just to mess around. It's the best diet I've yielded the best results as far as weight loss and mood enhancement. So intermittent fasting is what's going to be going on diet-wise this coming week, and that's my main focus. So this week I have done fantastic. It is 7:37 right now. I have not eaten anything afterwards. I had a good lunch and I had a good dinner. So I'm pretty set and I feel great. So this is day 1 of that. I want to talk a little bit now about I got something in the mail that I've been waiting on here, and that is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. If you've never heard of David Goggins, I said in one of my last podcasts, go research David Goggins. This man is an idol of mine because I don't think anybody has ever laid out a story like he has about overcoming adversity, have been so descriptive and so blunt. I mean, he tells you about the darkness of his journey. He tells you about going through tremendous amounts of pain, tremendous amounts of adversity from childhood through adulthood, and then he kind of just he really engulfs himself in the hardest challenges that he's able to embrace, and there's something absolutely admirable about that. He's definitely an idol of mine. So I recommend everybody go get this book. I have not read it yet. I'm still reading The Dichotomy of Leadership. I'm on chapter 3. I'm a slow reading right now because of all the stuff I've been getting into. But I can just feel it from this book. I can feel it resonating. I can feel the tenacity, the darkness, the pain, and the triumph. This is going to be an amazing book, and I cannot wait to review it. So we're going to look forward to that a little bit. Now I want to talk about The Dichotomy of Leadership a little bit. I've actually had 2 problems with this book so far. It has had fantastic, and it has given fantastic ideas, fantastic principles, and a fantastic description on the application of these principles to a business setting. Oh, excuse me, man. But that being said, one of the problems I have with it is I have this disconnect because I'm not in the military, and I think other people might have this, but other people might not, because as you're reading it, Jocko and Leif really lay it out like it's a movie. Like you really are able to see everything that's going on. And but that is a significant portion of the book, and the principle and the application to business are so minute that I feel like I'm getting through the military aspect of this book just to reach the principle into the business application part. So that's a problem I'm having. I'm having another problem with this book, but I'm not going to talk about it yet. I'm going to wait till I finish the book. I'm going to give it more of a chance. The original book, I think, was way more significant. But if this problem seems to continue throughout the book, it actually will probably knock both books down a little bit. So I'm waiting on that still. I'm going to give it a chance. Super excited to read David Goggins' book. That all being said, I do read a lot of these self-help or personal development books. And there's one reason for that, and that's momentum. They all do the same thing, and this is including YouTube. Now to talk about YouTube for just a moment, and we'll get back to the momentum, but YouTube is a phenomenal resource, and everybody should use it, and you should use it for the right reason. You should use it to enrich yourself. If you haven't ever looked up motivational videos on YouTube, you are insane. You are missing out on an incredible piece of free media that we have available to us. If you've never looked up Les Brown, if you've never looked up TD Jakes, if you've never looked up, who's another one, Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins, you probably know him as. People think, oh, these are just self-help gurus. This is nothing. This is bogus. No, it's not bogus. It's not like they're there to change your life. People think like, oh, Les Brown just talked, or Tony Robbins just talked and he didn't do nothing for me, but he gets me going there for a minute. That's the point. He gets you going there for a minute. He gets you this momentum, this motivation momentum. That's exactly what these books do. These books aren't meant to change your life per se. They're supposed to give you that push into momentum. Now I've just found the best way to keep going in this idea is you got to keep investing time in watching these videos, investing money in buying these books, even investing money and time into maybe seminars. Like you need to keep this motivation momentum going, because it is easy to fall. It is easy to fall in this world. This world is surrounded by pitfalls that you can fall in at any time. It's almost like Bird Box. You're walking around blindfolded, and all of a sudden you just fall down a hole and you lose all your motivation, and it's hard to get back up. You need to see what's in front of you. You need to see these valuable resources and take advantage of them. They're at your fingertips. So I recommend everybody to use YouTube to learn. There's podcasts, there's lectures. Use them to build up your knowledge basis, and use them to motivate you. I can't stress that enough. I listen to motivational videos every day. They literally update them every day, and there's 24-hour channels that play different segments of different motivational speeches, and it's always on. You need to utilize that section of YouTube. I utilize it every day. I use it on my way home from work and on my way to the gym. You just to keep that successful, that motivating, inspiring mindset, you need to believe it, and you need to push it into your mind as often as you can. You need to force positivity and happiness and achievement and strife. You need to press it into your mind as many chances as you can get to do it. So I do it very often. I find it very successful. I find it exciting to read these books now, because I know the impact it'll have on me. So I definitely recommend that everybody find the way they can get their momentum rolling, and just push the limits of it. Keep pushing it into your mind. Live that life, because it's people always say it's hard to buy into. It's hard to oh, this guy, he just plays this act or whatever. It's like, maybe you do. Maybe you have to play the act. You have to play the game to become successful. The game is stay motivated, stay on track. Take risks, push harder, work harder than the next person. Just live that life. Even if you feel like you fake it till you make it. That is 100% the way to go. Like when I kind of started into all of this, I would just play these motivational videos, and I would just kind of like listen for the answers, or listen, for the concepts that are given in these speeches. And, a lot of them do kind of give you the same concept within certain speeches. You'll hear the same things over and over, I guess I should say. But it's not the point that you hear it. You hear the same things. They're not giving you the secret. They're giving you a different perspective on what we already know is right. On what we already know is what will progress you as a person. So please try to get yourself to utilize a YouTube video. Try to listen to that motivation. I mean, it could potentially change your life, but it will definitely give you momentum and to taking that next step towards your goal. I 100% believe that. I got a little note here. I wanted to read a section of it if y'all don't mind. So I want to talk about something that happened to me over the weekend. I'm kind of closing this video now. I'm trying to keep them a little shorter to keep you guys more interested. I'm trying to work on how fluid I talk, and I think I can do that better in a shorter time frame, because I do kind of talk fast when I'm interested in what I'm talking about. So I want to bring it into a closing here for a little bit. But I talked to a friend of mine named Win. Now Win he's a buddy from freshman year at high school, and me and him, we took paths like this, like he's over here and I'm over here, total polar opposite end of the spectrum of life. See, so Win is he's a very city oriented person. He's very fast paced. He does a lot of traveling. He does investment banking. He's very successful. He's very knowledgeable. He's very intelligent. And that's his life. It's an incredible life looking from the outside to me. I think he understands how incredible it is, but it's truly like something of a movie when I watch it, or when he talks to me about it. And I'm on the simple, the more calm, simplicity, blue collar, everyday, more of a peaceful, just relaxed environment compared to what he goes through, or what he experiences daily. So I ended up talking to him the other day because I really value his opinion, because not only is he very smart, but he's extremely grounded, and he's just been a buddy that's always been willing to talk to me no matter what. He's never thought less of me. He's always thought, I think of me as his equal, and I believe that. So I wanted to talk to him the other day because I was telling him how I stress out about over the importance and exceeding potential of life, and if it's worth the disrupting stability, if it's worth disrupting comfort. And like your current happy life setting is when you have these urges of needing something more, something like you need a huge goal, you need a huge life change, you want more out of this life yourself. Should you achieve it? Should you try to go for it or not? Because you've already achieved so much, you already have this happy life where things are simple and calm. Should you really push that envelope if it's not necessary? And that's really what I wanted to get into, because not that he's in the same situation as I did, but he took that fast route. He took the education. He took, he took that path to a much more generally fascinating lifestyle. So, what ended up coming of the conversation though is what the most astonishing part of it, where we were both seeking the same answers. We just took totally different ends of the spectrum, but there's a mix between what we were looking after. So it was balancing prestige and success, and taking risks. So more so just balancing prestige and success with like contentment, peace, and simplicity. This conversation really opened my eyes, because I'm thinking, you live this crazy life, and you desire at the end of the day just to get somewhere where you can watch your kids play sports, or you can go to school events, or you can have this relaxing life. And I'm wanting something where I can I'm wanting that aspect of chasing prestige and exceeding my limitations, and just seeing what I can get to, which is kind of where he's at right now. Like, he's always growing and progressing. So this conversation really opened my eyes that it's all about making an effort to balance. It's about true balance in life. That's what everything seems to boil down to. We all seem to seek success and achievement, but we all desire peace and simplicity. Like all four of those things are they sum up to happiness. They sum up to what we really want in life. We want the thrill of achievement. We want the thrill of we want the honor of prestige, but we truly desire a simple, a joyful, a blissful life. we crave that. We crave all of it, but that's all happiness, and that's all, we all obviously crave happiness, but those are characteristics that really sum it up, I think. Maybe it's just for young men, maybe it's just for, certain individuals, I don't know, but for me to ask him out of nowhere about this, and he says he thinks about it, he thinks about it just as much as I do. Maybe he doesn't obsess of it like I do enough to start a podcast to talk about it, but it's definitely something, worth looking at. So we both, though on polar opposite ends, we both want the same things, and we're achieving different sets of the same things at different times. So that was pretty amazing and eye-opening. So it realized that we're all just after, there's different attributes that make up happiness, and happiness ultimately just leads you to the conclusion of a good life. So it really just brought peace to me. It made me think, so, maybe I'm not crazy. I really have been thinking I was crazy as much as I obsess about this stuff, but yeah, maybe I'm just not crazy as I thought. Maybe I just want well-rounded happiness, like what everybody pursues, just like we all do. We all just want a well-rounded, well-experienced, happy, joyful life. And there's a lot of peace in that to me. So that's kind of been a huge triumph that I've realized is, it's happiness that we're after, and a lot of different things make that up, and you need to learn how to balance it all. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking it day by day, because not only do I want the best for me, but I want the best for everybody who interacts with me. And I think I'm on the right track to that. So I'm just trying my best, and you guys know that, I'm sure, have you been listening this long. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to do a huge shout out to Win. I really do appreciate you giving me the time to talk. You've dedicated a lot of time and a lot of effort into things that I tell you, and your responses back. So thanks, buddy. I truly appreciate it, and I can't wait till you move to Pittsburgh and I can come visit and we can tear it up, and it will be great. So you've truly helped me out a huge amount this past week. So extremely grateful. Thanks, man. But again, thank you all for joining me for episode 4 of Journey of Spurs. All my social media accounts will be in the description. Follow me on Twitter at MarkSpurlock17, and follow me on Instagram at Spurzilla. Instagram's a great way to check out my life, and obviously in still frame pictures and some videos, I guess, but not too often. And Twitter, I just absolutely throw out probably my most intelligent and my dumbest comments will be on Twitter. So follow me if you'd like. But thank you everybody for listening again. The next video I have up will be my my interview with Rob Scott. So we will talk about adult ADD, diagnosis of ADD, family and marriage, and children, and a lot of like deep topics that he has experienced that I have not yet. So as you can imagine, I have plenty of questions, plenty of deep questions, and Rob will only give me honest answers. So it will be a great interview if you guys are interested. But like and subscribe, like this video and subscribe to my channel, and thank you all very much. Have a great week. Stay motivated.